Fun fact. This is maybe the first YouTube video where my speaking portion was actually logically thought out ahead of time instead of sounding like an incoherent mess. Yes, that's right. I wrote my own script for the speaking portion. So enjoy the much better dialogue. Anyway, obviously, if you have tuned into this video, you can guess I'm probably a huge fan of Konami's Castlevania series of electronic games. And you would be correct. I'm such a fan of Castlevania that when I heard, or rather saw, that Simon and Richter would both be in Smash Ultimate, it was a contributing factor to my purchase of not only Smash Ultimate, but also a brand new Nintendo Switch console. I had spectacular dreams of gothic cathedrals and intense retro-accurate gameplay. I couldn't wait to hear what are deemed the classical music anthems of the video game world. By classic, I mean the classic anthems, composed by a company which formerly meticulously built jukeboxes to play music for people. Yes, Konami started as a music business, strictly dedicated to music, jukeboxes, music repair, and everything imaginable to make the soundtrack to our lives. So, when the time came to compose the most classic soundtrack ever possible to a vampire series, Konami knew exactly how to strike a chord. Anyway, not to get sidetracked in the history of the company brand, let's get back on topic. As a kid, I loved how different Castlevania was. Don't get me wrong, I loved me some Super Mario Bros. 2 and Zelda. But Konami's Castlevania dives headlong into gothic splendor by allowing the player to explore a castle linked to a cycle of natural darkness in nature. As the natural balance of Mother Nature swings like a pendulum to darker hues, this allows vampires to gain advantage in this world. One of the most powerful vampires, Dracula, has evolved or adapted to perfectly take advantage of this natural cycle. Too bad for him, though, because the Belmonts have evolved or adapted to do the unthinkable. Kill the unkillable. In other words, their job is to hunt vampires. This means basically the entire family are badasses. Throwing knives, stun flame, stagger knives, stun whips, herbs or laurels, garlic, using bones for shields, lightning fast axe throws, holy potions with exploding firewater, even a mystical stopwatch which can stop time for evil creatures. Well, imagine my surprise when I get to boot up Smash Ultimate and discover that, getting right to the point, Simon and Richter are nerfed so bad they play nothing like the actual games they're from. If you can see the cheap shot clips on the screen, I hope it is on the video, you can see the proof. In one video, you can see Simon throwing fast as greased lightning knives, one after another. I think maybe I got a clip of the fast action axe he throws in 4-2. I also took the time to show you literal gameplay footage from Castlevania 2. Now, take a look. When Simon whips a strong foe, there is a split-second stagger or stun. Now, This is such a key element of gameplay that not understanding it makes you wonder about the comprehension of the dev team of Smash Ultimate. In fact, also in Castlevania 2, Simon obtains a dagger, which has the ability to long-term stun lock an enemy. This effect is very similar to Ness and the PK Fire attack. Simon also can use herbs, which allow an invulnerable status for a short time. He can use a shield of macabre origin to block or reflect enemy attacks. So, how does Simon play in Ultimate? Some would say optimistically C-, but I would say nerfed into the ground so hard it's free for AMSA. You can just feel the dev team hating on the Konami characters here. Their walk speed, Simon and Richter, is extremely slow, and the controls are awkward. No ability to throw knives or use short swords are available in any way at all. No stopwatch is available. The boomerang is painfully slow and nerfed. Only the holy water does any real damage potential. So, they've been utterly stripped of their most iconic and important moves. But that's not the worst thing Smash Ultimate has done to our favorite vampire hunters. No, by far the worst thing Smash Ultimate has done here is nearly ruining the whip. Instead of a quick, stun-chucking weapon to be feared, we are given a slow, heavy, very, very free for AMSA's F-tier Yoshi weapon made of mockery. Just the wind-up animation alone is a supreme disservice to Castlevania. A trained eye can indeed see it coming a mile away. In other words, any attempt to actually use the whip leaves the player astonishingly vulnerable to counterattack. In difficult online matches, you find yourself resorting to disgusting Sonic-like desperation of flailing dash attacks and Hail Mary holy water. You end up as a sort of bad Sonic impersonation instead of a gothic hero. Let's just hope that somehow, if there is another Smash, these characters get adjusted somehow. Give us a throwing knife spam ability with a better stun whip, and we should be good to go. With that said, you can leave your thoughts in the comments, or please subscribe to my channel. Thanks.